All right, grasshoppers. All is right in the millions of
Yeah,
universes around the universes. Mark is back.
took a little hiatus.
Hiatus. Wait, I think that's like a Greek word. Or where'd that come from?
Probably it sounds Greek. Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
I know I sent you. I've been getting, as you know, not some top secret news. When you get into certain things, you get the algorithm, so you continue to get certain news.
right.
So I keep getting these reels explaining where words came from in the
Oh,
past, like
cool.
shotguns in the shotgun seat. So I guess in the olden days, where guys were moving things like in the old west, guys,
Covered wagon. Yeah,
yeah. So the guy in the passenger seat had the shotgun seat. It's called the shotgun seat. Wow, interesting stuff. The great Mark Puttenvick, Patriot Training Systems. He can train anybody in multiple universes. It's across, and he's humble today. And I know he is very thoughtful today. Okay, I know he's put the thing because he put a shirt on that covered up the stun gun or the killer or the death blow.
yeah.
Right. Now, that's just a stun gun on that side, right? The
That
left
just
hand.
stuns them. Left hand's just a
Yeah.
stun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stun gun. How you doing, brother? How's your? I know you've been through some stuff. You had to swim. Your dog got ill.
yeah.
So let's start with the most important thing. Sophie, how is she doing? So
Doing better. Yeah, she
right.
a little rough patch there, but
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Good. And then the swim was very interesting. It was very successful, obviously, but you had some just pretty strong currents, right?
yeah. So the swim actually was truncated after the second
Oh,
barge.
oh,
So what happened was I noticed the first barge they were overshooting, so I could tell it was, and the guys were saying current's pretty tough.
right,
And then when they got wet and they started heading over to Ellis Island, we had some stuff to do on my barge, and then we went down. You know how you got to go boat to boat to boat, like a
right.
couple tugboats, and then waiting for the quick boat. I was wondering where Pat was, but what happened was in the interim of us gathering up people and all, the current had changed tremendously
Right.
due to recreational traffic, barges, and then a south wind. Because Bill figures we were out there too late.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was pretty hectic. I had Keith Morano and Ernie Hernandez and a bunch of people, Nick Lavia on the second barge, and they were yanking people out. People were being sucked under the barge, getting chewed up by the barnacles. It got
wow.
pretty dicey. Yeah,
So people, just so people are aware, it's the Navy SEAL swim that Mark plays a huge role in. Bill, we're speaking about is Bill Brown, a retired Navy SEAL. He started the event along with Mark, and this was the seventh. This was the seventh year you had it, right?
correct.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, so they just shipped everybody over to the New York side on small boats. It was kind of like from the water, it looked like an invasion because there was some,
Oh,
all these jacked up dudes with
yeah,
yeah. So,
that's cool.
they still got to New York and did the
Yeah,
continue with the normal ending to the swim, which is
right.
another flag run and pull ups, push ups, and then speakers, and they go down by the
Right.
memorial.
So mission still accomplished. The idea
Yeah,
is to raise money, raise
safety.
awareness and money for veterans and Navy SEAL Foundation, right?
I think they raised $850,000.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So the swim, it's important. That's
Yeah.
what started the whole thing, and you want to complete it. But again, still.
Well, of course, no one. People were cut up a bit, but nobody got seriously injured.
Right.
No one was, so yeah.
Right. Very cool. All right. Many things, as we have spoken privately here, I might as well disclose this. Largely due to Mark and other people, I've become a ponderer, much more of a ponderer.
Mhm.
So I've had, I guess, especially when I have dead time on my hands, which I mean, my whole life revolves around this podcast. So the fact that we haven't had it for 3 weeks now, I've done a lot of pondering. Okay.
A lot of pondering.
Okay. So you and your beautiful sweetheart, Beth,
Yeah.
you enjoy going to restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there's a few things that come off this. So I want to go through the process. So you drive, you'll get dressed up, shower, dressed up. You won't put makeup on because you don't need it. Beth really doesn't need it, but she puts it on anyways. You'll drive to a location where there's other people all sitting in a room, and you'll sit down at a table with all these other people you don't know.
Strangers.
You don't know. Right.
Total strangers.
Right. And then you'll have strangers come up to you, tell you where to sit. And you'll have a stranger come up to you, pour a glass of water for you, get you fresh bread, take your order. And then a stranger in the back room, who knows? I mean, they could be going through some mental health issues, whatever it is. Now are cooking your meal.
Yeah.
Right. you're very into your health, what you put in your body, how you exercise, all that kind of stuff. Then you'll sit there, they'll bring the food out on a plate that has been used by several thousand other people. And then you eat the meal with a fork that goes into your mouth that's been in the mouth of several thousand other people.
Right.
I'm just trying to think. I'm not, and I'm using you as an example. I'm not passing judgment or anything like that. The whole, you see where I'm going with this? Like with the whole concept?
Well, you got to put a lot of trust and faith.
Right.
But I will say this, and I mentioned this to Beth recently, because we're so regimented in our eating, and it's not that we're better than anybody. It's just that that's the way it is. It's the way it is. That when we do eat out, the next day I don't feel so great.
Right.
Not all the time, but most times.
Right.
Because again, they're using stuff that I normally don't use, maybe.
Seed
or whatever
oil.
the case may be.
Yeah. Like you're very conscious, like not to use seed oils are bad for us. So.
Yeah, if you use olive oil,
Right.
and coconut. Oil.
So in restaurants, it's cheaper to use seed oils, and they reuse the seed oils to fry foods.
I mean, it depends. I mean, if you go to an Italian restaurant, they're going to be using olive oil. So it also depends where you go, what type of food you're going to eat.
Right.
Asian food's a lot of sesame oil,
Right.
a lot of peanut oil. But so it does affect me. Yeah.
So you do think the concept of eating out, again, it's obviously people make money off us going to restaurants where we can be just at home cooking our own meals.
Right.
So nobody.
No, you're right. I mean, it's like, hey, Tom, let's have dinner. Come over to my house. No, let's go to a room full of total strangers.
Right.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, when you're looking at it through that lens, it's a little bit. Yeah.
And then you get some guy cooking your meal that, hypothetically, he could have gone through some very traumatic stuff in his life, and maybe he has not taken a shower, wiped his buttocks, and not washed his hand, and now he's cooking your food. Yeah. We don't know, right? We don't know. So it's just interesting.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to go in the deli and the guy's standing there like this.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Right. But that's the thing. They don't, in most restaurants, they don't have the chef out in the open cooking your food.
No.
He's in the back room secretly cooking your food.
Right.
Right. And they say that they clean the dishes, and they say that so for me, when I have my grand dog over, Maverick, he's with me. Yeah. I'm in the old school where if I eat something, I put the plate on the floor and he licks off whatever's left on the plate.
Maybe that's what they're doing. I mean, it saves money. You don't need a dishwasher.
Right, exactly. So once my son and his my daughter-in-law found out that they're the humans for the dog, found out I was doing that, they won't eat here anymore. They think that's very or they do.
It's their dog.
Yeah, I know. So that's the thing. And if they do come over to eat, they bring their own plates. Like they'll go to buy food and bring like plastic plates and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and plus because I'm single, I don't use the dishwasher because I'm thinking, okay, by the time I load the dishwasher, it's all my plates are in there. Could take a week.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Just get the quality paper plates and plastic forks.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Do you own a spork?
I do not own a spork. Yeah.
Those are for camping.
Yeah. A spork was, I don't know if it was made famous, but the movie, there's a movie, I can't remember, the guy was in jail and he was negotiating, asked for a steak, and they gave him a spork.
A spork.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that out. I mean, so you see my point with the whole restaurant thing, right? Not the end of the world.
How about even fast food? People drive up in a car.
Right.
Talk to a total stranger like 6 feet away in a window.
Right.
You can't see what's going on in there. Right.
Yeah. And I went to McDonald's one time years ago. I haven't been to McDonald's for breakfast. Mm-hmm. And I had in my mind that I wanted a bacon, egg, and cheese, but it was just an egg McMuffin at McDonald's. And this really nice lady was taking my order, and I kept saying, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese. She's going, sir, we don't have. I said, I'm looking at it right now. I'm getting mad at her. I said, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese. And I finally realized it was not. And she was very sweet about it. And I looked at her. She actually started laughing. She thought it was pretty funny. So
when you're in a certain country, you got to speak the language.
Yeah. If you're at McDonald's, you better know.
That's how to order your food. Yeah. It's not a hamburger. It's a Big Mac.
Oh, God. I lost the note here from Barry Shelley saying hello to us in the morning. He said we haven't been on for a while, so our buddy, we can't miss that. Our buddy Danny Erickson here says, I find out when I eat that the food is sometimes heavy on the salt.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not totally against salt. I mean, you can't go crazy with it, but we're not against salt like we used
No,
to.
I mean you need it. So
Yeah.
you need sea salt for the minerals, but you also need a certain amount of table salt because of the iodine.
Right. And
you
is the pink Himalayan sauce better or salt better than others, or does it really matter?
it's just there's other colors of salt as well. With
Right.
black salt. Yeah.
Our buddy, hold on. We gotta get back to her. Good morning, fellas. Every day is a gift. Yes, it is.
Right.
Good
right.
attitude. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, now here we go. Susan Bucks. When you go to MSG, don't you eat something? Don't you ever buy a coffee out? Well, if the economy relied on me buying
You'd be in
things,
trouble.
we would do a lot of bartering.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But
Well, I go to MSG.
Do you eat anything from there? Yeah.
So when I go to MSG, they get great sushi. So I'll go eat the sushi. But who knows? That sushi.
Oh man, that's the riskiest thing you could eat.
Really?
Sure.
Why? Because the raw fish?
Parasites, yeah.
Yeah.
Worms.
Like there could be a parasites like
Also,
that.
but there's a difference. Sushi is actually cooked.
There is some sushi.
All of it. Sashimi is just raw fish, straight up.
Well, isn't it? No, okay. So sashimi.
The rice vinegar cooks, so
Right.
it'll cook the fish in sushi.
But okay, here's my understanding. Sashimi is just the fish.
Straight up raw fish. Yeah.
What is just the fish and the rice? That is.
Well, that's sushi, but it's marinated in like a rice vinegar, and that cooks it. It's like ceviche.
But no, the fish is not. The fish is not marinated.
Well, yeah.
The fish is still. The fish is really sashimi plus rice.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm under the understanding that most of it has been marinated in rice vinegar or whatever, and it cooks it. Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, I eat it, but
Yeah. Right. But Susan does raise a good. Don't you ever buy? I don't buy coffee out. No, I don't
what
drink
does
coffee.
coffee cost down in the city?
Yeah.
It's about $9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, and I drink matcha.
That's because you're a macho man.
Yeah, matcha.
Yeah,
Matcha.
you and Randy Savage.
Remember the old commercials, the wasabi commercials? Wasabi. Someone the other day on Reels popped up and I was dying. That used to be the big thing, right? Wasabi.
I bought wasabi paste. I think it's still there.
Oh,
That stuff, man. I put it on like I figured it was like regular wasabi.
oh, nasty.
Oh,
Another one is you can get wasabi powder that you mix with water.
same thing, yeah.
Oh man, my son's girlfriend Val. Years ago, I made one. It was the first time I'd made it. Sealed it up in a little container. I'd made sushi. She would put her nose in it to smell it, and it was deadly. Oh man, the poor girl.
Hey, maybe you can market that to the league now instead of smelling salts.
Yeah, the smelling salt's bad for you. Do we ever talk about that?
I don't think so. I don't really know like what they do for you.
Yeah. I don't think
there's no metabolic reaction.
Yeah.
It's just like
Totally.
wakes you up. But if you're sleeping like game time, maybe you want to take a closer look at your sleep pattern.
Yeah, no kidding. I coached with John Tonelli, psycho John Tonelli, who I love to death. Fantastic guy, total respect for him. But he's a psycho, and he admits it. And the kids, he saw the kids use the smelling salts, and he flipped out. And I'm going, and I knew that they were using smelling salts.
Just
And he got
ammonia.
mad at me, and I'm going, like, what's the problem, John? It's ammonia.
That's all it is.
Let me see here. Tom, I never realized you represented Peon. I'm assuming might be meaning Pelon, Richie.
Yeah, Richie. Yeah.
But I did not. We did a podcast together, but I would have loved to represent him. He's a tough dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, he was a pretty hard guy to play.
Mr. Greek right there. The
There he
Greek
is.
god. Sodium is sodium, Roy says. Accurate or no?
Yeah, except like I said, that sea salt does not have the iodine, which table salt does.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to get into something too. My arm swinging exercises, but hold on. Barry Beck is not. He's living in Tokyo, Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's in China.
Yeah, Hong Kong. Yes.
He was coaching over there now in the KHL, but it's Shanghai is Jordan Gallant.
Oh,
Because they have a team in Shanghai that plays in the KHL.
that's right. Oh, is that where Gerard went? Oh,
Correct. Yeah.
oh, wow. Correct. You're very disciplined today. Correct. Correct. Okay. So I also got these. Now some of it's attributed to China, Japan, the Tibetan monks. All these arm swinging exercises.
They're good for your lymphatic system. Yeah.
Wow. What's your lymphatic system? What is that?
It's your lymphatic system. It's the
Yeah.
lymph nodes, but what it just gets everything. If you want to think of it, it's a great way to warm up and get your whole body energized.
And I find like if I'm sitting around during the day doing whatever, after a show like this or whatever, I stand up a little creaky from getting all that.
And I'll tell you one thing. This is why skipping rope probably one of the best things you can do, because part of there's a lymphatic bounce where you just kind of bounce like a skipping rope. But
Yeah.
Now you take skipping rope, you're actually bouncing and you're also swinging your arms at the same time.
Wow.
So it's conditioning wise, there's nothing better than have you ever skipped rope for any period of time? Like,
I hate to admit it, but I probably could skip rope like one time and then
it's something you got to.
Yeah.
It takes time, but you'll get it because you're a good athlete. But yeah, I mean,
it's kind of like sex. You think? Like, do you think the first time you do it is you get it done? But
I don't know, but I never had any complaints.
But you're skipping rope?
Maybe they were just being polite. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, skipping rope is phenomenal. Yeah, but the lymphatics, I'll send you. I got a video of a guy that does it's like a 3-minute run through, arm swinging, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I got to tell you, I've opened my mind, as you know now, to different possibilities about life and death and the universes and all that. Ever since I've done that, many things happen. So it's interesting because this came up. I might follow Jim. So Susan's been reading my mind. I've opened my mind up. She's able to read it. So I'm at the gym the other day. How do I say this delicately without sounding like a pervert or something like that? So it was yesterday. I was at the gym. Now I'm trying to change my schedule a little bit and get up with the sun. I realized I was not getting enough sleep. I was getting up at 4:00.
Right.
So I realized, okay, I need more sleep. I'm only getting like 6 hours, whatever. So I'm trying to now push that back. Get to the gym with the sun instead of being as more of a time. It's when the sun comes. Okay, so I'm there yesterday. Very sweet, cute young girl comes in, and again, the gym is not huge, but it's big enough. Like they have a yoga little area, a yoga room that you go into to yoga. So I'm doing my exercises, the kettlebells, going at it pretty hard, feeling good. And she's on the treadmill, and then she goes over and she wants to do her yoga directly in front of me. Now there's a yoga room to do it. And she's now got a video, like she's got her phone out where she's following.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe you should have mentioned, hey, there's a yoga room over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. I was close to the end of my exercise and she's very sweet and everything like that. We introduced each other. So it was kind of.
I think there's a coordinated.
Yeah.
Some kind of communication between these women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in addition, a guy comes in this morning. I'm again near the end of my exercise, get over my area where the the kettlebells are and everything.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's kind of looking like he wants to go over there. So I said, listen, you want me to move? I can move, no problem. He said, no, I'm fine. Well, then he comes over anyways. And he moves the bench over. So I went in and did my little arm swinging exercises in the yoga room. So to answer Susan's question, and to your point, on top of Susan's question, I do think there's a coordinated effort.
Yeah, I think.
Right.
What's the name of the? Because I can make a call to have it investigated for you.
What's that? The Greenwich Plate.
Yeah. Well, if there's a coordinated effort against you, you got to address that.
Right. And do you think it's something like a spiritual thing, like in the universe, or like the vibration kind of thing, or do you think it's actually speaking to each other?
No, they're communicating. Yeah.
Communicate like the way we communicate, or is there some kind of spiritual communication?
Nah, they're just freaking out.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're saying, okay, the guy that goes in the gym in the morning that does all this stupid stuff, let's go annoy him. You think it's like
you got to get him out of there.
Oh, okay. So that's what's going on. Okay.
It's an effort to get you extricated from there.
Oh, is there am I taking up too much room? Am I grunting and groaning too much? What do you think's going on?
I think they can read what you're thinking. And it's like, listen, we're just coming in here to stretch, and this dude's got all these stories going on in his head.
Now that I actually believe that.
Yeah.
What is it? There's an old movie with Mel Gibson, like he could read the minds of people or whatever it was.
Oh no, that was wasn't it Liar Liar, where he couldn't lie?
Yeah, there was that. Yeah,
I mean, that's not quite the same.
Gibson had one too that was like that, where he could read the minds of like women would be saying stuff, and he'd figure it out. Yeah, but yeah, Liar Liar was like that too. Lorraine, happy Labor Day.
Good
So
morning.
the genesis of Labor Day
Mhm.
was made just to celebrate people had a job or what?
I don't know. I'm wondering if it has any connection to the formation of unions maybe in this country. I'm not really sure. It's a good question.
Huh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, so here comes Danny now. So Danny's got several different moods he's in sometimes. So sometimes
Very
he's
serious.
yeah, like a little bit of a buzzkill here going on,
Yeah.
right? We've got something going on here, and he's just you read too much into it, like shut up, Tom.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah. Well, he's to the point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, he does get right at it. Yeah, so that's a good friend, right? Instead of somebody,
I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
right.
What's the point?
Okay. You've got a wedding coming up, don't you?
Yeah, October 10th.
October 10th.
Yeah, my son Sean.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And you're going to be a grandpa.
I'm going to be a grandfather. Yes.
Oh, so yesterday, I kept some of the stuff from the kids. So Sean wrote a book in third grade, right? So we met, Beth and I met Sean and Allie, his fiance, for brunch yesterday.
Right.
I should have brought the book because I read it before he left. And it's like, and then I'm gonna play college hockey at Harvard, Montclair State. So he's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll either be living in New York if I'm playing for the Rangers. I'll be living in New Jersey if I'm playing for the Devils. I'm gonna get married, and my first son's name will be Mark. My second son's name will be John. He names like 8 kids. Like Allie, I'm telling Allie, his fiance.
That's funny. Isn't it amazing? Like I look at my son and his wife. My son turns 35 actually tomorrow, and his wife's about to turn 35. Yeah. And I look at go, okay, so he got this beautiful house in Rye, New York. He works for one of the largest hedge funds in the world. He's about to have a baby. They got a dog, and I'm going, what the heck?
And you and I are in the gym trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, I know. Really, we really did that?
Yeah.
Like it came from us?
I know, and it's kind of surreal for me as well. I mean, even Beth was saying something that's like, wow, Sean's getting married. Because when she met Sean, he was this little 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, I just, yeah.
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 Ah.
But it also makes us realize, you and I.
No way. No way. I'm not saying those words. No. We're just experienced. That's all. We're not old. We're experienced.
Experienced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I read, you don't get old. You don't age. You just gain more excuses.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Here's one for you. I really seriously want to have your input. So again, online, particularly on YouTube, the algorithm. So I have watched some of my old games in the past. So now we continue to.
I was just watching a little one this morning.
Right. Okay.
83 against the Islanders. Yeah.
Okay. How did I play?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it, but it got rimmed around. You pinned Sutter up against the wall.
Okay.
Textbook.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out why I'm fascinated watching my old games, because I don't really feel like I'm living in the past about my old games. But here's my thought process. So again, largely because of people like you in my life, I've really wanted to learn more about myself too, about mental health, about myself, why I reacted. And it's interesting because I watch myself play and I go through phases. So like early in your career, you're kind of nervous about everything. Right. You're too respectful of the opposition. And that really showed in my play. Then 2 or 3 years into my career, I started to take charge more and really like was a dominant player. Like I felt, okay, I don't have to take a backseat to these guys. And then as time went on, that I got hurt a little bit, came back, and now I was at the end of my career with the Rangers, was kind of taking the back seat again, like doubting myself. I got traded to the Kings, and now I kind of regrouped and got back to where I was before. So it was interesting because I realized now I've been watching more because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm thinking like Herb Brooks, who I loved, told me going into my second year, Tom, if you get the puck, give it to somebody else. You're not supposed to have it, which kind of, so it limits your career. So I'm thinking I listened to him, which I guess was a good team player.
Right.
But he also limited who I potentially could have been. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know what his motivation, but I always took the approach, even with kids, what's the best part of your game? And they tell you that. I said, then do that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's kind of the thing I've learned is that my lesson for myself, looking back, is like it's important to listen to other people, but still go ahead and do what you want to do.
Be true to yourself.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, you made it to the NHL before Brooks was your coach.
Yeah.
You must have been doing a whole bunch of stuff right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was really interesting because because some guys you ask them, do you watching old games? Oh no, I bet they still do. They say they don't.
Did
But
you? It's probably. But did you get a tape every year, like all your highlights?
yes.
So Kenny and I went for a run.
Kenny Danico, so people don't know.
Yeah, we went back to his place, and I guess he just got to tape pops in. Well, shot block with Danico, shot block with Danico, shot block with Danico.
Yeah.
I guess I block a lot of shots. I go, yeah.
It's funny because that's funny you say that. I'll never forget. I was playing in LA and Jerry Korab. Remember Jerry Korab?
King Korab, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
He played for the Kings, and
Yeah.
he was back in for just for
Man, they had a huge back line, right?
Oh, yeah.
Korab, played there, Lindy Ruff.
Yep. Yeah.
Big
So he was in town for the
Schoenfeld.
Kings, and he was watching the game, and I guess I blocked a bunch of shots, and he was so excited. He's the only guy who comes up and goes, "Wow, you're blocking a lot of shots tonight."
Yeah.
And I remember we were kind of laughing. I said, "Yeah, when I give the puck away as many times as I do, I got to block the shots." Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a valued thing. I mean, even the forwards are encouraged to.
Yeah.
We're back. I don't think that it was more of a flamingo kind of thing back then, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like watching Pierre LaRouche try. Like
Yeah.
Pierre LaRouche is a good example. If he didn't block a shot, you're like, okay, well, we don't want Pierre LaRouche. He's not supposed to block shots, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me see here. I'm so biased. I feel he was always solid. If he made a good play on film, I contend that he was. Well, thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, that's the one thing I do look, again, learning about your life as a person. That, yeah, showing up all the time. Mark's the same way. I'm sure, Danny, you're the same way, too. You got a beautiful family. You have to show up for them all the time.
So the thing with like what Herb said too, I kind of look at it like, well, no, I want the puck on your stick because you just separated somebody from it.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
you can look at it from that angle too, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But and you know what, with Herb, I used to look back like Herb, whatever he said was the Bible. That was it.
Right. Yeah.
And then you realize, okay, just an extension of that you can respect the person doesn't mean you have to listen to everything they say.
And on that 83 team, was that Mikko Leninen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good player.
A real good player.
Yep. He ran the power play. Him and Ray Rusalane ran the power play all the
And
time.
I forgot how fast Hedberg was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good player.
Yeah.
Mikko Lennon, he
What a
was
good team you guys had. I mean, Ray
Yes.
Rusalane.
I'll tell you, that team that we lost to the Islanders in the first round in '84, that was probably the best Ranger team I played on.
Who was Anderson?
Mikhail, is it? I can't remember. Kent Eric Anderson. Kent Eric Anderson.
That's who it was. Yeah.
Big right wing, played
Correct.
a lot with Don Maloney. Oh, man. Yeah, he was good. Good team guy. Ooh.
Forgot about him until I was watching that.
Yeah. Yeah, we really had all the pieces together. Young guys like James Patrick and Bob Brook came in. They were really good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Was he an Olympic player, Brooke?
Yep. He played the 84 Olympic team.
No.
So that year in 84, we played the playoffs. So James Patrick played on the Canadian Olympic team for 84. Brooke was on the U.S. team. Then on the Islanders side, they had LaFontaine, who played on the 84 team for the U.S., and Pat Flatley, who played on the Canadian team.
Kenny Morrow, who played 80.
Yeah. So that's right. So we had the 4 kids who had just finished playing in the Olympics.
Well, you had McClanahan too, right?
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
So he was there just a short period of time. McClanahan, Pavlich, Steve Baker, Bill Baker.
Bill Baker.
The defenseman. Remember he scored the big goal against Sweden?
Yes. Well, you had Dave Silk. You had
Hey, Silky, yes, my buddy Silky,
of
yes.
course Pavlich.
Yeah.
You had a lot of Olympians on that team.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So Mikko Lennon and Ray Lucilanen, they were both on the Finnish.
Finland.
Finnish
Finland,
team.
yeah.
And then the U.S. guys. Was there anybody else? I think Jan Eriksson was a Swedish Olympic player.
Probably. I would say.
Yeah.
so.
Man, he was good too. Like
That
I said, he could do
everything.
Yeah. He probably was limited himself offensively. Probably could have done more offensively.
Because he was looked at more of a shutdown guy,
Yep.
right?
Definitely. And ultimate team guy too. Always there, always playing. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good bunch
That's
of
a
guys.
really pretty loaded team.
Yeah, really was. We had all the pieces of the puzzle. Glennie Hanlon was great in net.
Mhm.
Barry Beck, Willie Huber was really playing well. Willie, you know what? He's one of those guys to look back on it. He really got a raw deal. Like
He did, yeah.
he needed to be like 6 inches shorter, and he wouldn't have
Right.
been. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a big man playing a small, but he could play physical, smart. They just really believed in him and let him play. He's a great example where the way they played him, if they just said, "Listen, Willie, we believe in you. Go play,"
Play your game.
he could be a real dominant player. He was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, coaching is it's tough because you got to really let the guys play.
Yeah, definitely. What's going on this weekend? Anything exciting? Got any plans or?
This coming, like,
Yeah, just
next week?
the weekend we're currently in, Labor Day weekend.
oh, I'm in labor.
Yeah. Yeah, Labor Day weekend's kind of, I mean, they close up the pools. I'm going to win the lottery tonight, by the way.
What
So,
about the Powerball? I mean,
Yeah, Powerball's tonight.
is
Yeah.
that tonight? I thought it was.
Yep. Tonight. The cash payout's like $500 million. I'm thinking Malibu
Mhm.
is the move. I'll have an extra room there for you and Beth to come and visit.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I want to be able to get up every morning. I love living where we're living. The only problem I'm having is it's nice to go outside every morning and have breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Like try to do that in like January, February, March. It's
You
kind of,
can, but it's a different feel to it.
yeah. You need to bundle up a little bit. Yeah.
I want to. So when we were out in the Hamptons before the dog got sick and we came home, I love going to the beach first thing in the morning, doing my workout. I could do that every day.
I know, right?
Just by the water, man.
So healthy, right? Don't you feel great when you're out there? Yeah.
Well, the water, just like a waterfall, releases those negative ions, which really is great for your immune system, for your mental outlook.
Right.
Yeah. I grew up on a lake, and it was so cool, like just sitting out by the lake at night when it's just, you know.
So here's the example. So you grew up on a lake. Now, I'm not picking on you when I say this, but you really weren't on the lake.
Oh, I was.
You're on the lake. Okay. But you're walking on water.
Well, no, there's only one guy that did that, but I was in that water from 2 years old to when I left.
Is that right? Eh?
Yeah.
Ooh, that fresh water too. Oh,
yeah, swimming, boating,
yeah.
fishing.
Some people, when they get a pool, they put have a saltwater pool, right?
It's a different feel.
Yeah.
Hard to describe, like, because I've been in them. It's like silky, the water. You do notice a difference.
Yeah.
Because most people say water's water, but you do feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there some kind of they get different health benefit to have a saltwater
That
pool?
part I don't know. I would assume, yeah.
Right.
Maybe I don't know.
How about like I got a house all picked out in Malibu and everything, so it's got a steam room in it.
Yeah.
You like the steam room as opposed to a sauna?
I like both.
Right.
The steam room is good just for really sweating it out.
Yeah.
You can sweat, but the health benefit's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about this before. Like, there's the red. Is it the red light?
is supposed to be best. Yeah.
So
it's
it's
in
different,
Russia.
right?
They had. Pardon?
So it's different, right? The red light sauna heats you up.
Yeah, I mean they're all good. What I liked was in Russia they had them in the hotel. They had like 6 of them in a row,
Right.
and then they had one room which was an ice room. So you get out, you do your sauna, then you go in the ice room, and you just go back and forth. And then when I was on vacation with Beth, I would do the sauna. I'd go in there and shadow box for a while, then jump in the ice water pool, and then come back. You know, just fun.
Yeah.
It's good for that.
I didn't notice because I ponder so much. I'm not always noticing. You got some beautiful flowers in the background there. And again, there's a reason for that, or
I just buy flowers for Beth.
oh goodness,
I do. Yeah.
do you seriously?
Yeah.
So if you've done nothing wrong, you'll buy flowers.
Yeah.
Okay, so this opens up a whole new you to me, and this is a good thing. I'm not. Yeah. So there's a side of you that I don't always see. Like I don't see that side of you.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a regular event. You'll just go buy her flowers.
Yeah. No reason.
Wow. It's better when you do it for no reason, right? I mean,
Yeah.
If you're doing it, if you've done something wrong, then
It's too late.
yeah,
You already did
you're
it. Yeah.
sucking up just because you made it right.
It's kind of like
So like, and is there any is it like on a timing, like every Sunday?
I mean, usually once a week.
So there's no. It's just you get the feeling I need to buy flowers for Beth.
Yeah. Just I want to be nice.
And there's a love quotient there as well.
Yeah. I mean, you love your woman, but
Right.
yeah. And she's very good because she's an artist. So in fact, those, wherever you've seen them,
Right.
those are the new ones. But what she'll do is she'll take some from the other last week or whatever, and whatever's live, she'll put them in a different thing and rearrange them.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
She's really good with all that stuff.
The flowers are a great touch. Mark's proving that the luster will always.
There you go, Danny. Yeah.
Wow. See, so because I mean, obviously, you make fun of yourself a little bit. You get that self-deprecating humor, so you make it seem like Beth is kind of doing you a favor to be with
She
you.
is.
Right? No. You see, now we're seeing the other side. Okay, why is Beth with Mark? Right? And
I showed up at the door.
you wouldn't leave?
I was lost. I wouldn't leave.
Relationships. So I gotta be careful, but I don't want to talk. Like my son and his wife are very private. They're not in a rude way. Their life is their life.
Yeah.
But it was over. His birthday's tomorrow, so we had a little pre-birthday dinner on Saturday at their place. They cooked and everything, and she's pregnant, and he's very busy with his work for the hedge fund. So she picked a doctor where the office is right across from his office. So when they go to do doctor's visits, it's easier for him.
Smart.
Yeah, no, but I looked at her and I looked at Shane and I go, how the frig did you pick like the perfect wife? Like I've never, and I'm sure there's other people, Beth probably does stuff like that for you, but for a man that's twice divorced, like to have a woman do that kind of stuff for you is kind of like amazing.
They're out there. It's just,
yeah, it's just
some of it's luck.
So I've got the wrong vibration.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got another story. Okay.
Shoot.
Okay. So probably about 3 weeks ago,
yeah.
I was in your area. I was over at the Palisades Mall.
Right.
Ice rink up the top there. A lot of people don't realize there's a rink there in the Palisades Mall. Yeah. We're having a little ranger clinic and chatting with a very lovely young woman who had her daughter there. Mm-hmm. And it really, nothing wasn't like, it was a hockey club. It wasn't like I was at a bar trying to pick her up.
Right.
Yeah, she was very nice. You could tell we got along fine. Our vibrations were vibrating together or whatever they were doing.
Connecting.
Right. And then I didn't realize at the time her ex was there. He came over and started talking to me. And very exuberant young man who liked to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And that's Charlie next door.
Wait a minute.
They had a young daughter. So they had a young daughter who, I think she was autistic or on the spectrum, I believe, or something. So I thought, hey, listen, here's my number. I really wasn't trying to be, here's my number, like to go dating. I thought, listen, if you ever need some help,
right?
Here's my card. So the ex realized that I'd given my number to the wife, so he came over and wanted my number.
Well, maybe that's why he's not with her anymore.
Could be it. So now, okay, I'm probably going to get myself in trouble for this one. So now a friend of mine who I'll be careful naming to us, who lives in a different country. Well, not same country, but a far away land. Location. Happened to be back here in the New York area.
Right. And
all of a sudden she's out to dinner and she sends me a picture saying that she's with this woman who I met. Now, they didn't know each other before, but all of a sudden they met each other.
Wait, I got to follow this.
Yeah.
So the woman you met at the mall is out to dinner
with this other woman that I know from
somewhere else.
Right. They did not know each other.
You know Tom. Hey, I know Tom. You know Tom.
And apparently she didn't know this other woman before. So the two of them didn't know each other. They were connected by a third party. And she was also there. So I get this picture from the woman who lives in the far away. And it's a picture of me and this the daughter.
Right.
And it said, this woman I'm out with is a fan of yours. Here's this picture of your daughter. So then they send the picture of the three of them together. So how does that happen where either, again, this is the continuation of the whole Jim situation where
I truly started to feel that there's like some kind of vibration.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you're with me, right? You're with me.
Part of all of quantum mechanics.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's not just a conspiracy, like, okay, let's get Tom kind of thing. It's like,
it sounds like they're positioning.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting the picture. Then I think, that's kind of sweet. And then I start to think to myself, okay, so this woman who lives in another place far, far away from here has never met this other woman who I met at the rink.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah. Now all of a sudden they meet each other through a third party and they're out to dinner together.
I think this is the universe telling you better follow up on this.
Or else just lock myself in the house and don't leave.
Do push-ups in the living room. Don't go to the gym. Yeah.
Now, part of this may be, as you know, probably like a year and a half or 2 years ago, I removed alcohol from my life.
Mm-hmm.
So now am I more aware now of things that these things were happening in the past and I just wasn't aware?
No, it would have happened in the past, but you were too hammered.
Oh, man. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Here's part of the issue. I'm starting to believe more and more, I think as you already do, your mind's more advanced, that of all the possibilities, we don't know what's out there, of many different lives, whether it's the parallel universes, Christianity, whatever. Instead of just being right.
You and I've talked in all seriousness about the Mandela effect and how people. There's a thing called synchronicity that Carl Jung, who was Freud's kind of like counterbalance.
Right.
Freud should have been fraud.
Yeah.
That was a cocaine addict. Everything was about wanting to bang your mother. I mean, he was nuts.
Yeah.
And yet, most of the psychiatric stuff is written based upon Freudian. Whatever. Synchronicity is where there's a common vibration between a lot of people.
Right.
And you see that now more than ever in this country because it's so bifurcated. Like you got.
So what? So what?
Bifurcated.
Bifurcating. Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt your story. Bifurcating. This is a new one.
Well, that's the act of bifurcated. Means split in half.
Wow. You're a sexy man, I'll tell you what. Okay, continue.
Anyway, but you see this now, like one side so fervently believes in something, whatever it might be, and the other side believes something completely different. Now, how could you get that many people to all buy into the same thought?
Right.
Why is it only bifurcated and not multiple opinions? Well, what happens is it's like a contagion. It's like a virus where everybody starts to get into the synchronistic mindset. I mean, all you do is turn on the news. One side says deport them. The other side says no, keep them here.
Right.
There's no gray area. There's no in between. There's no conversation. Yeah.
But see, I believe that stuff more and more. The connection where, like, and it's more. I don't think, and you and I think, try to evolve. But even in fairness, I don't think we're nearly as evolved as we could be.
We'll never walk erect, you and I.
Yeah, right. But I mean, you hear like guys like this, that Case guy or whatever it is, the sleeping
Edgar Case,
the sleeping prophet.
Yeah. Well, look, there's people that can tap into something. We're just we're not either. We shut our mind down to it and don't accept the reality of the possibility of it or whatever. But even like sometimes. You'll think, oh, geez, I haven't given Tom Lilo a call. Let me give him a call. And all of a sudden the phone rings and it's you. Right. That's synchronous. That's another form of synchronicity where we're even though you're in Connecticut, I'm down here in dirty Jersey, we're still picking up like the vibe. Right. Yeah.
And like people talk about having a certain number in their life. There's all this synchronicity with this number. Right.
Yeah. Like, Tesla, well, his numbers were 3, 6, and 9, I think. Right. Were really whatever. Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
But I mean, of course, there's a lot of debate now about trying to change science. Science is science. I mean, you measure something. That's really what science is. Right. It's measuring. And that's what mathematics really started off as, is measuring, right? Right. But quantum mechanics throws that all out the window.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's just like the thought, like, okay, like the pyramids, for example. Right. They're trying to figure out, okay, how could man, like as us, build the pyramids instead of thinking, well, maybe we view ourselves as what man is.
Well, we know.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean there could be some totally other form. What may have been in the past that actually built the pyramids was another form that maybe even wasn't a body; it was a spirit. Right.
Could be. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Like the whole pyramids thing just fascinates me. Like
it's a ton, and they're not only there. I mean, there's some in Mexico, the Aztecs built. Yeah. They're all over the place.
Right.
And most of it defies engineering as we know it now, for sure.
And it's how they're aligned with the stars and all this kind of stuff and everything. Like so it wasn't just placed there randomly. They was very specific about the size and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Even Stonehenge.
Yeah.
I was watching. You ever see this guy? He's on Joe Rogan a lot. He's got a big beard. It looks like Randall something or another.
Yep. Gray hair. Very interesting guy. Yep.
And he was talking about the measurement between the Stonehenge pillars.
Right.
Whatever the distance is, it is also congruent to so it's like 1.73, and then a mile is 1730
Yeah,
feet.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? All this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does get a little bit like, whoa.
Right.
All right.
And then there's a wall in not China or Brazil, not the Chinese wall, but there's some other wall out in the middle of a field someplace. And the stones were all cut, like exactly fitting together, like in different angles and everything like that. So and they were like the stones were huge stones, like tons and tons.
Yeah.
So how were they cut?
A lot of it, like the Aztecs, so they did a lot of sacrifice. So there was the pyramids were positioned in a way that the sacrifice was located in a particular area for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Having to do with probably the sun, maybe the stars.
So I guess the bottom line with all this, we really don't know. The more we learn, the more we realize we really don't know what happened in the past.
Just
how about like in Antarctica? Like nobody's allowed to go.
there's all kinds of rumors, but it's a big block of ice. That's all it is.
Right. But each country has this kind of like outposts there, right?
Yeah.
But
well, there is one spot. Did you hear this? They have like I think it came out of Sweden or Finland. They've erected this building, and it has seeds of every plant, vegetable, what, just in case it really hits the fan.
Sure.
They have all these seeds there that they're keeping down there. Yeah.
It's amazing. I know we talked about this before. Amazing, like be able to take a pill and really know the truths of all this stuff, like how we started.
Maybe someday you will.
Like the whole idea, like, okay, we had to start either God created us or the Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, basically, yeah.
So, but where something had to be there, like who created God or the atom or whatever was a tiny particle that exploded? Where'd that come from?
The reason there's no definitive answer to it, I believe, is we're just not capable of understanding.
Right. Especially the way we think, right? In our mind, like I'm doing it right now. I'm thinking everything comes from something else.
Right. If you're a religious person and you believe in God,
right,
has always been and always will. So that doesn't make sense to us because we're as mortals born and then you die. So it's a beginning and an end. We can't wrap around our brain. How could something be around forever? It has to start.
Right.
It's again, we're not. If you want to be religious, we're just not equipped to
Right. So like the Earth has been around for billions of years, right? Or millions of years, excuse me, not billions, correct?
Billions. I think it's
billions?
about 4.5 billion. I think the universe is like 13 billion.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
But I mean, God really didn't come around till the last like 2,000 years or whatever.
Well, I mean, it depends what you believe.
Right. Or we
here's a good saying.
Right.
Man, so golfing, right? I know you don't golf, but man blames every poor golf shot on God, right?
Okay.
But takes total credit for a hole in one.
Well, and we do, and I know we're joking around a little bit, but we do, like if something goes wrong in our life, we're going, why is God doing this to me?
Right.
Well, instead of saying, well, maybe
what did I do to end up here?
Yeah, you're doing it to yourself. And maybe it's not necessarily even a bad thing. You're learning something from.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to the whole notion, and this kind of dovetails into it, but visualization.
Yeah.
So there's I had done some reading on it. There was a POW in Hanoi, and he was a prisoner of North Vietnam for a long time. I mean, multiple years. And he was an officer. I think he was a pilot, but he was a golfer. And to pass the time of day, he'd play 18 holes in his mind.
Oh.
And do you know that he actually didn't play? Obviously, he's in, the prisoner of war.
Yeah.
When he came back, his handicap had dropped.
Is that right?
The next time, yeah.
Yeah. And
that's a lot of the visualization. They think that even it is possible if you just think, say, okay, I can't do bench press anymore because I have bad shoulders.
Right.
There is a possibility that I can visualize a really good bench workout and my chest will. And this leads into also the true meaning of cross training. It's not like blending, running with lifting. No. Cross training, the true definition of it is if I break my right arm, but I continue to work out with my left arm, my right arm will have much less atrophy.
Ah.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense too, because you think, okay, so if you are, let's say you weigh 200 pounds and you go in a bench press
Right.
and you're able to bench press 225.
Mhm.
And then you lose weight. Most people will say they can't lift as much when they've lost weight.
Right. Oh yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean you've lost muscle. You've lost fat, really.
Or water, but yeah. So, and but the whole visualization, I remember the kid Danny Blackburn.
Yeah.
So I walked in a room, it was an exhibition game. I thought he was freaking out, right?
Right.
So I go to Ram, is he okay? He goes, no, he's just in his mind, he's making saves. But he's sitting, you know how like where they sat to the left and right? So Ricky's there, and then the kid's going like, is this kid okay? And Ram goes, no, he's just visual. But there is a lot to that, man.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. See,
Especially
if we had this conversation 3 or 4 years ago, I'd be polite and say, yeah, Mark, sure, and all that. But now, totally. Yeah. Like so much stuff. I know we talked about this before too, and we're all the same way, I guess. But if I could go back and if I knew back then the mental part of
it,
and playing
right,
would have been much better.
You just think about like, there's also part of this visualization is if you want something, think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Think about
Totally.
But it also leads you to how do I get there?
Right. Yes.
What do I need to do to get there? And then you look at guys, and Bill Brown's a perfect example. When he went into BUD/S, which is SEAL training, he told me, and he'll tell you that when you come in, they label you either as a really smart guy or a rockhead.
Yeah.
And just a physical freak, right?
Right.
And they pigeonholed him as rockhead, right? By the way, he's an attorney now, so he's probably not a rockhead.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the thing was, so he had to fight through that and prove to them he wasn't, right?
Right.
And a lot of that was just saying, I'm not they're not going to stop me.
And I tell you, that takes some mental strength too, because when everybody else is telling you you're a certain way, but then you fight through that and say, no way, I'm not doing that. Kind of goes back to their conversation at the start about me watching my old games, where my mistake was, I still played in the NHL, but if I was to correct things a little bit, I wouldn't listen to other people as much. Like,
you let your game go back to where you were when you were
interesting.
So and the thing with Bill too is that and they really tried hard to break him.
Yeah.
In different ways. But once you get through that process, then they begin, okay, what's your weakness? You're going to get through that. So Bill will be the first one to tell you he's got a little bit of a speech defect.
Yeah.
They made him do all the comms, all the communications.
Oh.
So they forced him to overcome any kind of resilience to it, to be put in that position. Yeah, so that's the flip side of it too.
You know who else? I know we touched on this. Remember Jim Kite, the player?
Yeah, deaf.
So we did a podcast with him, and he was so inspirational. Actually, his mother was so inspirational. Where I think he had 3 or 4 other brothers who also were deaf, and she would make them sit at the kitchen table and enunciate am I using the right word there? Enunciate every word properly. Yeah. Instead of doing like sometimes when people are deaf, they can't hear themselves, so it's mumbled or whatever. Because she said, "Listen, this is not going to be a handicap for you guys. There's no excuses. Don't tell me that poor me, I can't hear." Right. And it was kind of tough love, right? Because he said they'd sit there for hours having dinner until they said it right. So that was pretty cool.
And it's just like when you're look at hockey, like so maybe whatever it is. For some reason, your backhand passing is not you, but just keep working it and 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 visualizing it and physically. So, did you play for Robbie? Yeah, in LA, right?
Yeah. Love playing for Robbie. Yep.
So there was a kid, Darren Van Imp.
Yeah, I remember Darren.
His uncle was Ed Van Imp, actually.
Yeah.
So when he got traded to Boston, Robbie calls him and says, "Hey, looking forward. What are you doing in summer?" He says, "Well, I'm going to skate with my buddies." He said, "Okay. When you come around the net on your backhand, do you force it to your forehand and make an outlet pass?" He goes, "Yeah, probably if I can." He goes, No. What you're going to do this summer, every morning, you're going to get $200 and you're going to do 200 backhand passes coming around. And, I understand what Robbie's after. And this is something else that that Robbie did. And it applies across the board with everything. A true master isn't good at everything, but he's exceptional at foundation. So that's a backhand pass is a foundational thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
What Robbie would do with the whole team when you got on the ice in the morning for practice, I don't know if you did this in LA, but you do 25 forehand passes. You and I get like 8 feet apart. Then we do 25 backhand. But if at 24 I bobble it, we go back to 1. And then you do that, and then like a few months later, you go, okay, it's 50-50. By the end of the season, you and I are able to not even look and complete 100 passes in a row.
And as you know, the biggest thing is when you go to do that backhand pass, you know that you put the work in, so you feel so much more confident.
Oh, you didn't even think about it. It's in the wild part of your brain. It just happens.
Tom, does ever replay those old games you said would have done something differently during the course of the game? Oh, yeah, totally. You constantly. That's one of the biggest things you learn, too, is as much as you think you're playing great, you're always going to make mistakes. And that's part of life, too. And it really, and I'm glad you bring that question up, Danny, where I really learned that that is life. And it's great for young kids and everybody to hear that just because you can be great, or conversely, don't think that you're not good at something because you make mistakes. You can still be great at doing it. It just doesn't work out sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you and I've discussed, and you're not big on the iPads on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. No, there's another time for that.
Yeah.
After the game.
Yeah.
But in practice, right, I think it's a great teaching aid.
Sure. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So whether it's a hockey or when I'm coaching somebody in boxing, if I'm showing them something new in martial arts, I record it because then we can break it down and say, and then.
Yeah, it's right. Because, okay, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so if I'm during the game, I know I'm going to make mistakes. So I've gone out in the ice. I'm playing my ass off. I'm committed. I'm helping the team win. I go out there and I make a mistake. And now I want to come back to the bench and watch myself repeatedly make that mistake again. Like it's kind of reinforcing you suck, right? It's like.
Yeah. And I also think, too, during the game, that happened. It's over. We're moving on.
Yeah, totally.
I'm on my next shift here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And even in between periods, I'm fine. But you're right. During the game, when you're supposed to be preparing for the next shift.
Yeah,
and you're worried about what happened in the last shift. Yeah, I agree.
And I think Ken Hitchcock, I got to find that video. He did a 45-minute or so presentation on coaching the millennial.
Right.
So that's already old already. But in any event,
yeah.
He said it's different now. You can't yell at a guy.
Yeah.
First of all, they know what they did wrong. Second, and what he's more of a believer in, and I like this approach. It's like, Tom, I need you to block. In the second period, that shot you blocked, I need you to do that again in the third period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or that was
right.
Great assist or whatever.
That's the thing, like being lucky to play with a guy like Larry Robinson. Like I learned, like if I like you look back at certain things, especially young kids coming up, if they make a bad play, like you go to them and go, you know what, do the same damn thing over again.
Yeah.
Don't change the thing. Do it all over again. And they'll be looking at you like, what do you mean? I screwed up though. Yeah, but do it again. Because Larry Robinson did that all the time. That's all the way he played. Yeah.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to be in with him in the room and then on the ice a little bit in Albany during the lockout.
Yeah.
And just some of the things he was saying, I never really considered. I go,
yeah,
that is so common sense. Like,
yeah,
he would always say, listen, from the dot in, you have two hands on your stick.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And your stick is always pointed at the puck. I'm like,
yeah. And you know what, too? He always had this. I've heard him more after the game talk about how as best you can. Sometimes you have to, but don't leave your feet. Like blocking shots.
I was just about to say, he said, never go down because all you're doing is opening up holes.
I know. And I watched guys, and I don't know, I thought I was pretty good at it, but I watched some guys, and I think it was out of the genuinely wanting to try to do something. They felt like, I need to save the day. That's one of the biggest things about, and I think, again, using life here too, life lessons, like don't feel like you have to save the day all the time. Like just come and do your job. Like sometimes, you're going to have to step up and do maybe something out of the ordinary. But most times it's just showing up and doing your job all the time that really matters.
Well, and there's so many players that are super talented guys like Kovalev.
Yeah.
He was always guilty trying to fake out the same guy 3 times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a kid in camp, Philip, it's a Czech kid, Philip something, Novak.
Huh?
It was the same thing. He never got out of the American League because he was super skilled kid.
Right.
A little bit of a tweener, like he weighed about $190. But he could have played, but he outplayed himself.
I know.
You know?
Isn't it funny too how guys can't see that in themselves sometimes? Like you can say to it over and over, but they just can't get it. Yeah.
Well, and the funniest thing with Larry too, because he's kind of a mellow guy, right? In the room, right? So I guess we were going to play Rochester, and Barnaby was there, and somebody was saying something about Barnaby. What are we going to do about Barnaby? What are we going? And he just goes like, because he's so big, he goes.
And again, I was so lucky to play with him in the end of his career. He'd been through so much stuff, so nothing bothered him. Like we'd go in the game, and actually, hold on. I just want to see this one comment by Mr. Erickson here. Tell me to give me time. Oh, He's a top man. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Oh, hold on. We got to touch on this right here. The great Keith Morano.
Podcast royalty.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's from Joe Rogan.
I told Beth I'm the king of the house. She said, "Good, King, take the garbage out."
Yeah, good. Yeah, but Larry was. I know what I wanted to touch on. I'll never forget. I was one of those old games I was watching. We were in LA together, and we were playing against Pittsburgh, and they had Paul Coffey and Miro Lemieux on the power play.
They could skate a little bit.
Yeah, so you think to yourself, okay, so there's a way to kill penalties. You know, I've been around a long time. Larry's. We had Steve Casper was a forward. Another young, it was kind of like a Steve Casper kind of player there up front. So it was like us, good four group of guys to kill penalties. And Coffey comes up the ice 100 miles an hour. Larry steps up in the neutral and goes after him. And you're watching it, and Coffey went around him, but Coffey had to get rid of the puck quick to get around Larry. So at first you watch, you go, geez, Larry should have done that. But Larry was smart because he knew who he had on the ice with him. He forced Paul Coffey to get rid of the puck. Yeah. And then he knew the other, like it ended up Lemieux got it. I was able to angle Lemieux off to the side because I knew I had two great forwards out there. So they took away all the passing lanes. So it looked like a bad play by Larry or a risky play by Larry. You look and go, man, that's smart. Like he forced the play.
100%. I don't know who said, maybe Dave Tippett, but it doesn't matter who it was. But he said, if they make a great play, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But force them to make a great play.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. Great players are going to make great plays, especially on power play.
That's why they're who they are.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's funny. I did not get to know Dennis Potvin. What made him a good leader? I got to tell you, this guy, I guess, I don't think he was a good leader.
Me neither.
Yeah. But the leaders on that team were like Clark Gillies, Nystrom. Those guys, yeah.
I think Nystrom and Gillies were the two top. And then maybe below them you had Tonelli, just because of the way he played. Yep. But they had so many character guys. I mean, they had,
like even Natasha and Bossy, as much as he was a great goal scorer, he competed too, man. He was a really.
How about he has a 30-some odd goal years that I'm retiring.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Now he was good. Again, that's what watching the old games. Like there were sometimes I'd watch and go, Bossy's not that good. I don't know how he scored 50 goals. And I watch him play. And go,
yeah, he was tremendous.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole thing with Buffett, and not to criticize him. And Clark Gillies, when we had him on the podcast, he didn't come out and elaborate on it. And I didn't ask him more, but think about it after. I wish I had asked more. He touched on how he'd been the captain and how some things happened, and then he was had the captain taken away from him, and Dennis had. Almost kind of lead me to believe that Dennis wanted to be the captain and said to him, listen, you need to take it off Clark and give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, for the Islanders, I mean, that was a big investment in putting it all on Potvin. Not on, but, like they wanted him to be the guy.
Yeah. And and again, he's another great example who a great player. I mean, broke Bobby Orr's record for points, all that. So he deserves all the accolades he gets. But you watch him play some games. And he's turning the puck over like he's like an apple turnover out there. Yeah. Which but he's trying to make plays, and sometimes it doesn't work out well.
Yeah, I think the biggest rap on him was that with what he did to Olfie,
Yeah,
and
but he didn't really do anything. It was just a hit.
It was a hit.
Yeah.
But he got bad PR for that for years.
Yeah. He went on for years. I mean. Potvin sucks. Yeah.
I mean, you could go to a game now and still hear the chant.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
40, 30 years later or whatever.
I remember for a few years there, you go to Yankee games or Giants games, they do
it would break out.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, so and the NFL season starts on Thursday night, right?
Well, how about this? Who are the Jets playing?
Is it Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
First game?
Rodgers. Yeah, first game.
That'd be interesting.
Did you watch the poor kid, Archie Manning?
I didn't see it. I heard that he didn't play well. Was it that bad?
Well, they hyped the kid up, and I said that they're kids, man. You forget when you see them like take their helmet off, you go, "It's a baby." Yeah.
And he's making a ton of money too, there, isn't he? Like that no money.
Well, this is another thing. This NIL. So first of all, forget junior hockey now.
Oh yeah,
it's over. Why would you play junior A when
Well, at least the star players are going to say, "Why would I stay here? If I'm going to make the NHL, I'm going to make it no matter what." So why would I stay here and make $300 a week when I can go to college and make like $1 million?
What it does in my mind, I hate to put it this way, but then it dumbs down the level of play.
Yeah.
On the junior teams.
Yeah, it is true. Like you think of the top players, And apparently some of the colleges are paying some of the agents as well. So these top players are going to go, okay, why am I staying here? I'm going to play in the NHL no matter what.
And a lot of these kids, they're only going to go to play 1 year, 2 year junior, the draft year, if they're really that kind of guy.
Yeah.
They're going to turn pro.
Right. So people that don't know, by the way, too. So it used to be once you go play major junior hockey in Canada, the NCAA would rule that as like a pro league. Then you're not eligible to come and play college hockey. So now those rules have changed. You can go play junior hockey. You can go back and forth if you want, technically.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can go back and forth. So a lot of these kids now will go play maybe as a 16 or 17-year-old in junior, prove how good they are, possibly get drafted already or about to become drafted, and be really potential star players. Then the colleges are coming along. Now they can pay them all this nil money. So name, image, and likeness. They pay them all this money. And the kid can, so in junior, they can only pay, I don't know, it's like $300 or $400 a week.
Yeah, it's not much.
And these kids, like the one top pick that went to Penn State, wasn't he getting like $700,000 to go play there or something?
$700,000.
Right.
Yeah. And he's only play 1 year because he's going to be the number one pick next year.
So he's good. He probably won't even go to school. He's drive around in Mercedes.
What does he care about his grades?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you look at it at face, you go, oh man, this is terrible. But you know what?
They really open a Pandora's box. I mean, there's a quarterback, I forget where he's playing. He's getting $4 million. Never heard of this guy. The school never heard. He's getting $4 million.
Yeah.
I
guess my counter to that is, so the coaches have been making millions of dollars. The schools have been making millions. The NCAA, the networks, all been making millions of dollars off these kids.
Yeah.
And now they've got a chance. The kids now have got a chance to make money.
There had to be a little better solution to what they've done.
Right. Well, I think I don't even think they did something. I think they were kind of forced into it, right? Because the kids.
Yeah. Well, the NCAA's been a monopoly and not a good one for decades.
Totally. Yeah, like these kids in the past. Look, I was lucky I made it, but I went. My grades were terrible. When I got into school, I didn't go to school at all. It was a total joke. And ultimately, I played pro. If I had not played pro, I would have left after 4 years the same way I'd gone in there with hardly any education.
Yeah.
But that was on me. I mean, listen, I was provided the opportunity, but you're young kids, you just.
But this whole, first, I think the allowance of junior A CHL kids being able to play university, that's one thing. And then you add the money to it. It's screwing up the whole landscape of what used to be the trajectory.
Yeah.
For American kids, before all this happened, American kids, if they were offered a scholarship, so pick Miami of Ohio, they say, okay, you're going to go play 2 years of junior in the USHL.
Right.
Want you to grow a little bit. Want to see how you do with 70-game schedule, travel, blah, blah, blah. That's no longer now. You're going to go straight to school.
Right. Okay, so is it going to, remember back in 04, 05, we had the lockout, and we came out of the lockout, they enforced the rules differently, hooking and holding. So at first we're like, oh my God, this is terrible. The game's never going to be the same.
Right.
We evolved, and now it's not even an issue.
Different game. Yeah.
So do you think with this kind of stuff, it's going to be the same thing where now it looks like a total cluster? And
I think the best players will always be the best players. It's just where are they playing?
Right. So will anybody even really care after a while? Once it all settles down, once the dust settles?
I think what you're going to see is, for whatever reason, kids that played major junior A are not concerned about this. They're just focused on getting to the NHL.
Right. Sure. Right. So the kids that leave major junior and then go to college, you're saying?
Well, look, the kids that leave major junior, and go play college, they're going to be drafted anyway. If you're getting $700,000 from Penn State, you're drafted.
Right.
But a kid who's maybe, a fourth, fifth rounder possibly, he'll probably, I would think maybe it'd be better suited for him to play junior because it's a different style of game. It's more.
But even that kid that's probably a fourth or fifth round pick is still going to get some decent money from a college.
It could be, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it really changes everything.
Right. So now but here's the problem from the college end. If the kid's not happy where he's at or not getting enough ice time 1 year, he can just up and leave that college.
Just like you do in football.
Right.
Yeah.
So
back from Tennessee.
Right. So now it's now college sports becomes, and it always has been somewhat, but becomes even more of a recruiting.
Yeah. My buddy Jeff played football at UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, Division I school. They're in the WAC conference. He was a quarterback. One of his linemen got drafted by Buffalo Bills, right?
Right.
And he said, "Hey, congratulations." He goes, "Yeah, now I got to take a pay cut because they get so much cash in a shoebox from
Right.
boosters and stuff." Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, you're thinking like even as a coach now, coaching college, if a kid does something you don't like, you're thinking, I can't be too hard on him because he's going to leave. Like if he's not happy here.
True.
But I guess the idea, once you get used to it, you say, listen, guy, you understand after a certain period of time, there's going to be a certain percentage of guys that are always going to leave. Now I need to be recruiting to get that, to restock the shelves, so to speak, because those guys are going to leave, right? So that becomes part of it. So.
Well, and then there's the other. So, like, say Gavin McKenna goes to Penn State for $700,000.
Right.
All right. What if his game goes a little bit south?
Yeah.
If it goes a little bit south in junior, I don't know about it. You don't know about it. We're not following the Sarnia Sting or wherever he played closely, But
well, he may be a different case because he's such a highly recruited.
Well, it's probably a bad example because he may be a generational player, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The pressure on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid, it's a lot.
Because, you think about it, you're 17. Has he been drafted already? McKenna, it's next year's his draft.
Next year's his draft year.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's 17, maybe he's 18 already. And somebody's paying him $700,000 a year
A lot of pressure.
to not even play in the NHL, just to play college hockey.
And then I'm sure when you walk in the arena, there's going to be your poster up all over the place.
Right. Now, here's the other thing, too. You're in the locker room. You're another player.
Yeah.
And you're a good player. You're playing well. And you're thinking, this guy's getting $700,000. I still may be getting something, maybe 10 or 15 or 20,000, but he's getting $700,000.
Right. Well, what if you're on the other team, too?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Act this guy, man.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Prima donna.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Even if I don't know him, I don't like him already. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's human. Well, it's not human nature. It's hockey nature.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Great to see you again. I'm going to tell you, it was, like I said, I think it was maybe you have to look at the positive side always. So when something doesn't work out for you, so I had like 3 weeks there where
it was a lot of pondering.
It was devastation. There's no other way of putting it. It was devastation, right? It was unavoidable devastation, but it was still devastation. But you have to take the positive. So I had a chance to ponder more.
You pondered it.
Yeah. No, I really didn't. So we really didn't get a resolution to the whole restaurant thing. It was more an observation.
Well, yeah, but so what were you trying to? What's your end thought on it?
I think it was more the realization: have we really thought through the process? Like, why are we making the decision? We're at home already. We have food at home. We have a kitchen at home, and now we make the decision to shower. Typically, we shower, get dressed, drive to another location to have the same meal we could have had at home, cooked by somebody else that we don't know.
1/3 the cost.
Right. And sit in a room with people we don't know and eat off plates that everybody else, who knows who else is eating off of. And the forks that go into our mouth have been in who knows who else's mouth.
Or maybe other places. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I guess you could look at it that way, but then if you take it to the next step, you could say, we go to the grocery store, we buy food. We have no idea.
Well, good point. They tell us what's in the food, but we don't know what's really in it.
No, it hasn't been handled.
Yeah. So in other words, do you just not eat, or like grow our own farm, get your own farm?
Well, that's the only way to avoid all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So we're basically, so we talk about like wanting to take care of it, but we're basically throwing our lives out there and saying, listen, do what you want to us. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Now so we got to put this up here before we go. Me pondering. Susan.
Yeah. Well,
was this, to me, this was a show, this show today was a show of unity.
Yes.
So I felt it was unity, right?
Yeah.
We're all working together on things, and then it has to end. Right. Man. Or like scary good. It could be a positive.
Well, it could be scary good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. It's called socializing. Okay. Good point. Now, how many times, so you and Beth go to a restaurant,
right.
Are you socializing with everybody else in the restaurant?
Well, see, I differ from you and most human beings. I talk to everybody within arm's length.
So you're sitting at the restaurant.
I'll start talking to somebody at the next table.
Right.
Yeah.
So socialize. But most people are not like that. You don't go to the restaurant to socialize.
No.
You go to the person that you're already with.
Correct.
To now.
Why Beth gets angry.
Right. So, but it's a valid point. Like the socialization part, like you're really not. Most people, you're an exception. Most people are not.
Well, you're socializing with the person you're with or the people you're with.
Right. But you can do that at home.
You could do it at home. Yeah.
Right.
but then, I think part of going out is you make an effort to meet. You don't have to cook, so you could totally remove your brain from any part of preparation, food, meal, and just socialize and focus on the socialization part.
But isn't the fact that you're willing to cook a meal for somebody else the sign that you really love them and care about them? And
That's true too.
right. So in other words, going to the restaurant is kind of like, yeah, I'll let somebody else cook for you. I don't care about that much. Right. I've got lots of
you go for the ambiance.
ambiance.
Yeah.
But is the food safer to eat? Like
No, but like being in a so you're gonna celebrate birthday, whatever it is. You go there because it's a kind of a lively place, a lot of activity, and
so
you celebrate.
Somebody's there with the kids. The kids are crying.
Well, that's the that's
everybody's loud. They're drinking. They're spilling stuff every place.
Yeah. Right. But it depends where you go. I mean, you got to go to a restaurant where it's a little bit whatever you're looking to do, right?
Right. So, a few weeks ago, it was a fantastic Rayos, the famous Rayos.
Sure.
Sorry. Went there. Fantastic. Great meal. It's a tinier spot than maybe you would have thought, but very loud. It was very.
They're selling. I'm not kidding. They're selling reservations there.
Yeah. Well, you have to. It's like a membership. You have to have
a small place too.
Yeah. Yeah. You
so
have to own. Like you basically own a table.
Buy a table.
Yeah. But it was loud, right? Yeah. Again, because smaller place, people are talking, and then they can't hear, so they talk louder. Right. So it really wasn't a place to communicate.
Yeah, that's my one complaint. Not of your restaurant, but a lot of you go in there. It's so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas being at home.
Yeah, like I said, Beth and I went with the kids yesterday for brunch, and it's a cute place in Montclair. It's on the corner. It's called the Corner. It's like breakfast place and brunchy kind of place. Right. And it was loud. It was really loud.
Right.
Yeah. But we had a great time.
Right. So it takes away from the. Okay. So here's a valid point. That sounds like a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. So we've been conditioned to think that if you don't want to go to a restaurant, you're a curmudgeon, right? Maybe you're a realist. You're a.
Well, there's some people that are what we call a homebody. They just like being home,
But it is okay. So maybe it's not just being at home though. It's the fact that you've thought through the process. Mm-hmm. You thought, okay, driving to the restaurant, sitting with people I don't know, right, eating off a plate where I don't know who's done what with the plate, eating food that I don't know who's done what with the food, and putting a fork in my mouth that has been in.
But when you get there, when Tom Laidlaw goes to eat, right, and it's a crowded restaurant, do you start pumping your chest, pumping your chest pecs so that people around you go, don't go near that table, stay away from him? You mark your territory.
I have been told that I have that in me, that I intimidate people. I don't attempt to.
Right.
But it does come out. Maybe subconsciously I do attempt to, but yeah. Right.
Well,
but okay, like let's say you knew who's a person you don't like Rosie O'Donnell, right? You like Rosie O'Donnell or Whoopi Goldberg?
So Rosie's a good
Rosie O'Donnell. So let's say you're at the restaurant and you find out that Rosie O'Donnell had that fork in her mouth,
right? And
now you're putting that in your mouth.
I'd probably get violently ill.
Yeah, because you're basically kissing her, really. You're kissing Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, right. More or less. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I never really thought about it, but yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. So does it change your view on going to restaurants at all? Or you're like,
No, I'll just find out where she's been and not go there. Yeah.
Like who's the other one on The View? Like that, the one with all the lipstick.
Joy.
If I knew I was eating a fork, or was eating off a fork that she ate off of, there's no way. I'm using my hands.
I mean, she's not as well. I don't want to get into it.
Right. Yeah, I'm using my hands for sure. Yeah, maybe it's that thing where you just lift a plate up and kind of dump it in your mouth. But then in the plate, she could be eating off the plate too.
Okay. Many, like long time ago, I was on it, and like I don't think sometimes a lot. And I just took my soup.
You do. You're a doer.
Yeah. And the girl I was with looked at me like,
oh, you did that with the plate?
With the soup.
The soup. Oh.
It was good soup. I wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
You know how like the spoon came that last little bit?
Oh, sure.
And I got a look that was like, no.
Well, see, she took it the wrong way. I viewed that as a compliment to the chef that you're saying the soup was so good, you didn't want to waste it.
You don't want to waste it.
Yeah. Huh.
Because
it just makes me think about though. But having said that, we could really bring down on the whole world's economy if we don't go to restaurants.
Yeah, I think you got to go to the restaurants.
Right.
Keep it going.
Because you think about it, not just the people at the restaurant, the people delivering the food. But then again, if they stop going to restaurants, if everybody just stopped going to restaurants.
See, they're it's like, you know how they always come over, they go, would you like some fresh ground pepper?
Yeah.
Why don't you just leave it on the table?
And why is fresh ground pepper any better than regular pepper?
I think it's just because it's fresher, but there's probably not a big difference.
Right. Yeah. Like if somebody put pepper.
It's a way for them to justify their automatic 18% gratuity on your bill.
Okay, right. The fresh ground pepper. Because you think people have said that. Okay, if it's ground fresh, like, am I supposed to notice that it's ground fresh?
Why did they say, would you like a menu? No, I'm going to guess.
Okay, but let's think this through. If people didn't go to restaurants anymore,
yeah,
the grocery stores would be more busy, right?
Yeah, but all the other businesses, linen service would go out of business. You know, the suppliers, the food vendors, the fish, they go out of business, right?
Well, no, people are still going to buy fish.
Yeah, but for sure, linen services will go out because that's a big part of the restaurant business.
Right.
Totally controlled by the
So they make more sheets. People are home more making more babies, so they need more sheets, right? For beds.
Unless you're going to take a sheet.
All right. Well, hopefully, hold on here. First of all, Carla Sherman is here too. Here's a woman that pops in every once in a while. She is the head of the Greenwich Library, and I'm talking
okay.
Like when you walk in, there's a statue of her,
yeah,
and everything.
Really?
Yeah, totally. She's.
Carl, are we still using on any level of Dewey Decimal System? I'm serious.
Great question.
Yeah.
My guess is it's Greenwich. So I think they have
on a computer now. Right?
So they have a valet service in Greenwich. They have somebody go, this is the book I want. So they send somebody to the library. I think so because of Greenwich.
Yeah.
And then, So I think.
Do you remember the episode Seinfeld with he didn't return a book and the guy shows up like 40 years later at his apartment?
Oh.
And the guy was like Joe Monday.
Oh.
Joe Friday, rather. Joe Friday, from Dragnet. It was a pretty funny episode, yeah.
Okay, so here's a good point. Guess you haven't gone on a date in a while. Okay. Okay.
He doesn't have to. He just goes to the gym.
Wait, yeah, here's another valid point. The gym. Valid point. So my theory is, so some women will go on a date just wanting to get a free meal. So I bypass that. I say, okay, let's get together. Let's go for a walk. Mm-hmm. Healthy.
Yeah.
All right, like that. And if they say, well, no, then no, you're going to do, let's go on a walk first, see what's there. And then.
So you almost slipped. You're going to do what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think with younger people now, that's probably what goes on. I mean, more like, go do something.
Yeah. Go quick.
Yeah.
Like, and then
what young people, like, you go out to dinner too. It's like, so we went out, like I said, for brunch with the kids yesterday. So you look at the menu, you go, okay, I'm going to have the things. And it says $14, right? And you get the bill, it's $98. And you go, how? Like, everybody got the same thing. How does it always end up to be $100? And you look through it and you go, well, they're right.
Yeah.
It's like an orange juice was like $8.
I know, yeah. So there's another good point. You can be at home.
Yeah.
Squeezing your own orange juice.
By a month worth.
Like 25 cents or whatever it is, yeah. What if you had a friend that opened a restaurant? Would you go?
Did you ever go to Blue Moon? The one at Greshner? And,
I was gone by then. So I think I came back into town and went there, but yeah.
James Patrick and Gresham. Who else?
George McPhee, I think, too, right?
Yeah, he did, yeah. We went there with Kenny, and remember Pat Conacher?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and you know who was there? It was Lindy Ruff, because you guys had just played Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
And he was there with Paul Sear. I don't know if you remember Paul.
Yeah, Paul Sear. He was a little bit of a nutty guy too, wasn't he?
He got shot. Remember, he got shot.
That's right. Yes.
He was stuck up by a cab driver.
Okay, so what if? If a friend opened a restaurant, would I go? Okay, so if I opened a driving school, do I expect that person to come and take driving lessons?
A little different. A little bit different.
Really?
Well, yeah, because a restaurant is a place of socialization. Driving school, you're going there to get your license.
Well, because if I'm not socializing, then I can't participate.
Well, so the whole point is you go to a restaurant for the food, but a big part of it also is the socialization. So if your friend opened a restaurant, you go, to support that person, right? Show like, hey, man, good luck.
Right.
And then you can form your opinion from that point forward. Like if food was good, it was bad, it was okay.
Right.
But, yeah.
But if I opened a driving school, it's the same thing. Listen, I need to support my friend, so I'm going to go take driving lessons.
Yeah, but it's different in the sense of like, let's say I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays.
Right.
And say, hey, Tom, let's get together this weekend and go for a bite. And you go, no, let's go to the driving school. And you're like, what's he talking about?
Well, but I could sit there, like as I'm driving along, I can sit there and talk to you. Same thing I'm at a restaurant. I can talk to you at the restaurant. I can talk to you while I'm driving.
No, you're supposed to be 10 and 2 focused on what's in front of you. You can't be talking.
But the point is, though, I've already had a license. This is the same thing. Oh, no. Okay. So I've already got the license, but I'm just going to take the driving lessons because it's your school. The same thing if I'm going to a restaurant. I've already got food at home. I've already got food at home, but I'm going to go to your restaurant because you're my friend.
How about this? Let's rewind it. Forget about Susan's example. Put that to the side for a minute. You're going to go on a date with a woman. First time ever. You want to impress her. Do you bring her to a really good restaurant or to the driving school?
Well, I'm not. See, there's this thing. I'm not going to try to impress her.
I forget. You don't have to. But let's say you had to. You had to impress her. Say you weren't Tom Laidlaw. Say you were like a normal person.
So I want to impress her. But wouldn't, yeah, okay.
And maybe it's not even impressive. You just want to have a nice night.
Yeah, this person's a nice person. You really want to treat her properly. But
see,
I think we've been conditioned to think that to treat a person properly on a date, you need to take them to a restaurant.
Like, not all the time, but like traditionally it has been. Right.
Yeah. Why not take them to the candy store to buy caramels?
You could do that as well.
Right.
What I'm saying though is that's still light years away from a driving school.
Well, but it could be entertaining though. She'd go, wow, that guy's really unique. Like instead of him, like everybody else wants to take me to a restaurant, Tom's taking me to a driving school.
I mean, you got to, it's like saying, hey, first date, where do you want to go? I'm going to take you to a place called Tattoos Against Your Will. Let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I just think it's one of those things that we're being conditioned to believe that going to a restaurant is somehow the thing to do, like for a date, for an event.
So yeah, parties and all that. But there's also like, I can't make sushi, but I like sushi. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to the restaurant.
Right. Well, I know how to make sushi. Come on over.
Open up a restaurant.
Well, why do I want to open a restaurant? I just want to make sushi. I don't have to. Yeah. Like I want to go to. If I want to celebrate Easter, I don't open a church.
By the way, this is one of my bones to pick about Easter. Why do people make lamb? That's that's like Jesus's baby little lamb.
I know. No. It's true though. We celebrate things by killing. They kill a turkey. That's Thanksgiving. So let's go kill a turkey. Right.
Do you know the turkey originally was supposed to be our bird?
Was our bird?
Well, no, the American. Instead of the eagle, originally they wanted it to be a turkey. No, seriously, I'm dead serious.
Come on. So how do we go from turkey to an eagle?
Google it, because it was, because don't forget the 13 colonies were here on the East Coast. And there was wild turkeys all over. So the first bird was going to be the turkey, and then somebody goes, "Man, let's go with that eagle. A little tougher looking." You don't see Putin taking a knee to it.
Imagine the turkey, like with the big chin, and turkey neck, and everything.
Gobble.
You got the eagle, you got the eagle flying around. You got the turkey with the turkey.
I don't want to get him in trouble because he's not supposed to have one. Yuri's got roosters.
Oh. So
he's away now, but I was up there this morning working out, and I hear the roosters. And like every time I watch, and it's just a nature thing, like my Filipino martial arts, when there's something I'm watching from Philippines, you always hear the roosters in the background. Right?
That's right. Yes,
yeah.
That's true.
So it gave me a little feel this morning, like training in the Philippines. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So.
See, that's ambiance. That's why you go to restaurants, for the ambiance.
But is that way? Really?
All in capitals.
Susan, make them stop. Well, I know. But if somebody hadn't, so that's just if there was never really a restaurant, would you still survive just fine? Like if you wanted to do something, there's no restaurants.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Right. You just go to a driving school instead.
Where are you going to drive to though?
You drive. See, that's the thing. You don't have to drive anywhere. You just drive around, be together.
Yeah.
To me, the whole thing is like, if it's a person I care about, like I care about you, right? Yeah. So it doesn't matter where I'm going. I just want to be with Mark, right?
Well, look, yeah, certainly if you want to, and that's why we have holidays at home. But now, some people go to a holiday to a restaurant, right? So
Right.
it's just about community. Doesn't
Right.
matter where it is.
Right.
But if you really wanted to impress a woman on her first date, sure, you have her over.
Right.
She'll come over,
Right.
make a nice dinner, and all that.
Yeah. Like who says it has to be for a restaurant?
Oh, it doesn't have to. I mean, you show off your culinary acumen and really
Right.
impress. Yeah.
Have a nice clean home, safe and everything. Treat her respectfully, take her coat off, sit her down. Would you like a drink?
Just be careful. Like, don't let her know that the plate you're eating on Maverick was licking the night before.
Well, there now is the problem. She would come over. She comes over. Yeah, she doesn't know. Okay, where's this plate been? Where's this fork been?
Yeah, Maverick's been licking it.
So I guess the bottom line, it doesn't matter where you eat. There's always going to be that.
You're licking basically. You're eating off Maverick's plate, no matter where you go.
Right. Unless I stay at home and just eat off my own plates, my own stuff. Then
you could do that too if you want to take it to that length. You have your plate, right?
Right.
Keep it in a special place.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe what we start is you open up a restaurant. People bring their own cutlery and dinnerware and everything like that.
Right.
Plates.
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Why don't you do that?
Think of that. Oh, somebody's going to come up with that idea now.
Yeah.
They're going to say, listen, we know you've been worried. They're going to say, listen, it's sweeping. Like, everybody's thinking about it. I don't want to go to a restaurant and be off Rosie O'Donnell's plate, right? They'll use a picture of Rosie O'Donnell. You don't
put it right over there. Yeah.
Right. So now bring your own plates. Yeah. And think of the money they save. They save money on plates.
Oh, everything. I mean, you got to wash them and everything like that. You got to hire a dishwasher or whatever.
See, and then now, what kind of bag do you carry it in? So you got to sell bags. Yeah. There's a bag to carry it there, a bag to carry it home because it's dirty.
You want to take it to the next line? Bring your own food.
Well, good point. That's a good point.
Totally eliminate everything. Look, bring your plate, bring your food. Just go sit over there. We'll charge it.
And then,
you don't even have to have a chef.
Right. Bring the pre-cooked meal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
to a place. So, okay.
We'll get you a napkin.
So if really going to a restaurant is about the ambience and the
socialization,
bring your own food, your own plates, go sit in a room with a bunch of people you don't know.
Yeah. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Think of that.
Yeah.
There's the business. There's the business model.
So you went on Survivor. You didn't know anybody till you got there. You all had to eat the same frog or whatever.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah, but that brought you together, the food, eating. That brought all the different people together. You had a commonality. You got around a campfire, you cooked your little bluegill fish, and you ate. Right? That
is a business model right there.
Yeah.
So think of the cost. So it's basically whoever owns the restaurant wouldn't have they're basically renting a room.
That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Whew, man. So, and really you don't have to have anybody working there at all.
No. Just one guy to open the door. That's it.
Sit wherever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, that's a business right there.
Yeah, think of all the money you're going to save on food and chef, cleaning.
Right. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. We got it nailed down.
I think Greenwich would be a great place to start.
So.
By the way, wasn't there some stabbing or something going on up in? What did I read in the paper the other day?
I saw that with some rich kid.
Yeah.
It was in Greenwich.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about it locally. I think I read it in the New York Post or whatever. Yeah.
They were fighting over a woman or something.
Yeah, but I think it was the son stabbed the father.
I forget. Yeah.
Right. So Carla Sherman and Susan were like kind of communicating with us.
Yeah.
Well, while we're having a discussion, here's what they start talking about. We're looking for the new season, all things considered. Susan goes, so basically our conversation meaningless and happy that David Quinn is back. Yeah. So we're trying to give this worldly advice about eating properly. I think.
Yeah, I think that they're levels above us. I think.
I know it is. All right, brother. I know you got to get going for your work. You're pretty sure you got one more minute. So great to see you. I really think we've done a lot here to help.
We did help the whole universe, I think.
Yeah, multiple
mankind in general.
Yeah, totally. All right, brother. Have a great time.
That's who we are, man.
See you next week.
All right.